Good morning. It's Saturday. It means one thing. Back to my football weekend predictions. So, we had last week off for the international break, but just looking back for the results for the weekend of August the 26th, I'd say we smashed it again. Out of 10 games, we did exactly the same as we did for the first week. We got 5 results and we got 1 perfect result within them 5. We did predict that City would beat Bournemouth. Huddersfield would draw with Southampton. United to beat Leicester. Chelsea was the perfect result. I predicted that they beat my team Everton 2-0. And we also predicted West Brom would beat Southampton. So that's 2 weeks on the trot. We've got 5 right and 1 perfect result. So let's go into this weekend's league and see what we can get. So the first game, an absolutely fantastic game today. I'm going to see how I can manage to watch it because I know I've got a busy weekend. Today we've got a few things on with family, but tomorrow me and Josh are going down to London. We're going to the Upload event to see all the Sidemen and the rest of the YouTubers. So that should be really good. So if anybody does watch this show today and is down there, send us a tweet and come and meet us and we'll have a chat. So the first game, Man City versus Liverpool at the Etihad. The team of attackers really, because both haven't got really good defences. Liverpool look really fantastic on the going forward. They've managed to keep Coutinho. Does he play today or is he on the bench at least? City didn't get Sanchez. They didn't really sort their back line out, and Company is out injured. So really tricky game. But I'm going to say Liverpool 2-1. And then on to the next game. Another tricky game. Somebody didn't have the best of transfer windows. It is Arsenal at the Etihad versus AFC Bournemouth. Bournemouth have been keeping it tight-ish. On the last game, they did lose 2-1 to City at home. And obviously City are good going forward. Arsenal have not had the best of start. Are they going to change it around today? I'm not so sure. I think they're in a tricky predicament. I'm going to say 1-1. I'm throwing it out here. Or do I? No, it is Arsenal at home. 1-0 Arsenal. Change that. 1-0 Arsenal. Third game, Brighton Hove versus West Brom. West Brom have had an absolutely fantastic start. Did draw in the last game. Brighton did draw with Watford as well. West Brom do keep it tight, and I think Brighton are going to do the same. So I'm going to go for a 0-0 again. Another boring result. Next off, great 3 o'clock kickoff. You don't see many of these really good games on 3 o'clock on a Saturday, but it's Everton versus Tottenham at Goodison Park. Obviously, the big advantage for Tottenham, it's not August, so Harry Kane can actually score. Don't know what it is about Harry Kane in August, just doesn't like to score, but obviously it is September, so he can score, and he does like to score against us. We are going to keep it tight. We didn't get our striker we wanted in the transfer window. So it is going to be, I think it's going to be a tricky game. Obviously, Rooney, allegedly, been getting up to all sorts with other people again, drink driving. So he's got something to prove. Can I see him scoring today? Yeah, sometimes these players do actually score when they've got something to prove. Ronald Koeman has admitted that he hasn't given Niaz a good opportunity. So maybe he will come on and do something today, which I'm really hoping for, so we can show people what he can do. But I think it's going to be a really tricky game. I'm going to go for 1-1. Sorry, my hand's got cramp holding this camera. So, next off, Leicester City versus Chelsea. Can only see one result today. I'm going to go for an easy result to Chelsea. It's easy. I think I'm going to predict Chelsea to win. But by how many? Obviously, Mahrez has stayed at Leicester City. So that's really good for them. So I'm going to say 1-2 to Chelsea. Next game up, Southampton versus Watford. Watford in games have looked really good and looked really, really promising. And then some games they've flattered to show us what they can do. Obviously, in the last game, they drew at home 0-0 to Brighton. Southampton also drew at Huddersfield 0-0. But I do like this Watford side. So I'm going to say... Do I see Southampton scoring? I'm going to say 1-1. Because I think Southampton will score and I do think Watford will score. Probably the next game is probably the easiest one I'm going to predict. Stoke City versus Man United. Although Man United have had some bad results against Stoke City at Stoke City before, they just do look awesome. Hopefully the international break hasn't stopped them. Stoke have made some good signings, but I don't think enough. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 Man United. We've got 3 games left. First game. Team who did absolutely fantastic at home last year, and it's probably what kept them up. Burnley versus Crystal Palace. Frank de Boer is in trouble here if he doesn't get a result. In my Premier League prediction for the season, I did say that I didn't think he was going to be good enough for Crystal Palace. There's just something about Frank de Boer doesn't seem to work. Obviously, I did say that Everton was in from not last time, something before that when we didn't have a manager, and it was something we didn't want. He's been found to maybe he hasn't been given enough games, but he just doesn't look right. I'll go for a Burnley win. I'm going for a 1-0 to Burnley. Next off, team who sold quite a few players, but with a big money, but brought some nice little players in as well. Swansea City managed to get for Renato Sanchez from Bayern Munich on loan for the season to replace Sigurdsson. Not a bad option. Boney coming back, something to prove. Going to score goals against Newcastle. Team did score 3-0 last time out, but that was at St James's Park. Don't see it happening here. I see a 1-0 to Swansea. And then the last game of the weekend, it's a Monday night game. It's going to be West Ham United versus Huddersfield Town. West Ham obviously haven't had the best of starts. Slaven Bilic is in a lot of trouble by the looks of it against Huddersfield. Who would have thought if Huddersfield keep a clean sheet in this game? They've kept a clean sheet in the first 4 games of the season, which is absolutely fantastic result. And do we see it happening? What did we do last time round? Huddersfield, they drew 0-0 with Southampton. They do like to keep it tight to the back. And West Ham aren't looking the best, but do they play better this season at the London Stadium? I don't know. So I'm going to sit on the fence here. I'm going to say 0-0 again. So that is my weekend predictions. Let me know what you think in the comments. Anything you think different, and we can see what happens. Obviously, I'll try and do a results show. If not, I will do it on the next Saturday's games. But like, leave a comment, subscribe, and if you're at the Upload Festival tomorrow, we'll see you there. Thank you.